Ah.
Can everybody see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All righty. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to just work my way down through these things. Did anyone get all the way through it?
I did, but I don't think I was confused on like the last four.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, just work our way down through here. Starting with here. All dweebs are nerds. Paul Simon is a nerd. Shane had a question because this doesn't quite fit the model that I gave you. And there's a reason I do it this way, because in real life, when you're having arguments with people, either verbally or written down, like you're arguing with them over Facebook or something, people aren't going to use regular models. They're going to show up all different kinds of ways. And in this one here, it's just a little bit different, but we'll just work through. If you can make sure you are able to be looking at the 6 steps right now as I'm going through this, it would be very, very helpful. So I'll give you guys a minute to make sure you have that pulled out.
Oh, no.
We ready?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. All right. So what's the first thing you do when you're analyzing an argument?
Find the minor term.
Identify the minor term. Minor term is what by definition?
The
Complete subject of what?
One of the premise.
Conclusion.
No. It's a complete
The
subject of the conclusion.
Oh.
Okay, minor term is always the complete subject of the conclusion. When you're analyzing arguments, you're always working from the conclusion up. Okay, so complete subject of the conclusion in this argument is Paul Simon. Okay, next we look for the major term. What's the definition of the major term?
The complete predicate of the conclusion.
The complete predicate of the conclusion. So we have here is a nerd, because it's the verb and there are all the other words after that. And as I mentioned, once you identify the minor term and the major term, there's no more words left in that sentence. Okay. Then the middle term is the term that appears up top but doesn't come down. And here we have all dweebs, although in this case here, because the dweebs is the middle term, it's in the subject position. This all means it's already been distributed. It's already been distributed. Okay, so the actual middle term here is dweebs. Okay. So that means then we have to, is the minor term doubled here? No. So where do you put Paul Simon?
The subject.
Subject of the hidden premise. And then we have to, is the major term doubled?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And so you don't know when you come up against arguing somebody, you don't know which terms are going to be doubled in their argument. You have to go with what they give you. So the major term is already doubled, so we don't have to do anything of that. We just have to then double the minor term, dweebs. And since here it is used in the subject, then we have to put it down here as the predicate. So we have Paul Simon, dweeb. Okay? Paul Simon, dweeb. Okay, next step is what? After we've located the minor, major, and middle terms?
We would want to distribute, but since Paul Simon is a
Make it grammatically correct.
No, we still have to make sure that the middle term in the subject position is distributed, and it already is. Okay, you don't want to jump past that step. We just don't have to do anything. Okay, but we have to check. We always have to check and make sure that the middle term in the subject position is distributed. It already is here, so we don't need to fix anything there. So now we just have a sentence that says Paul Simon, dweeb. So typically we're just going to add in, to make that grammatically correct, we're just going to add a verb of being. Paul Simon is a dweeb. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the next one. What's the